say GOG off. Never actually used GOG.
I never use GOG either. Dan does.
Well, I mainly never used GOG because they had a sale and they said, like, if you come and click on this thing every day for 7 days, we'll give you a free copy of The Witcher 2, I think it was.
Whoa.
And I was like, cool. And I went there and I clicked on it every day and I still haven't got my free copy of Witcher 2. And this is several months later.
But yeah, like, they've taken this photo of the zombie woman for the front of the box and gone, oh shit, we've got this blank space on the back of the box, what are we going to do with it? And blowing up the photo to go on the back of the box as well.
Cool.
And then I was looking at the box and there's 4 zombies on the front cover. And like, Sean was basically saying, well, that one woman in the foreground is quite clearly going to be Rose, who's like the main female that is mentioned in the description on the back of the box because she works in the diner and that's a person wearing effectively a waitress's uniform. I'm like, I'm not so sure because it doesn't look like anyone here is Fred, who is the other major zombie person mentioned in the description of the I'm stuck. I'm alive.
Bastard.
Oh, I'm dead.
Where are you? Come in.
People came in the front door right behind me, so be careful.
Be alive.
I'm alive. He's dead.
I'll go.
I'm also going. I'll try and draw people away.
You're
I
a
have
wizard.
died. I drew people away really well though.
Got him up. I'll run around and get you in a second.
He's trying to get me up now. He succeeded. For how long I don't know because the knight is right in my face. The knight just tried to punch me, I put a grenade on his hand.
It's cool because he was holding on to the sniper and I wanted.
Will you wake me up, please? But yeah, we were then looking at the front of the box, and like, I'm not entirely sure because there's this other zombie in the background. The other female zombie in the background of the photo is just the same female zombie, but flipped to face the other way.
Blue drop there. Oh no, it's light.
Oh, hello. Thank you, Infected Flame.
Oh, do you know what else you should watch? Because you'll really like it.
What the? What would I watch because I would really like it?
Rick and Morty.
I've heard good things.
Do you want me to sell it to you?
Please.
It's essentially the continued adventures of Marty McFly and Doc Brown.
Right.
Done to the audience who would have watched the original and have now grown up. But there's just some really good things in it that I think you'll like. It's like Rick is this super genius who travels through dimensions with his dimension guns. And one of the episodes involves the concept of the Council of Ricks.
Right.
Which is the Ricks of the multiverse. Some of the Ricks of the multiverse have teamed up and created like this organisation of Ricks for the protection of Rick. Which, of course, the Rick that you follow through in the series isn't a member because he prefers going around by himself.
He's down. I'm down. A knight apparently shot through the ground.
Oh, god damn it. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Stay alive for 20 seconds.
Run.
15. 10. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5.
You're up.
You know, you don't need to say that until you actually get me up, right?
I know, but then you're actually ready for me.
Well, you could say something like, I'm getting you up now.
Eh.
Or, pay attention, you Nimrod, or... Which, by the way, is an insult entirely brought about by Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, I know. That was one of the questions in the quiz last year, John.
Oh, yeah. He's down. I'm down.
I just golden gunned him.
Finally, the abomination has been destroyed. The Vanguard will be grateful.
I don't think you could revive me.
Creature of the
Damn it.
has been slain.
Bastard.
And our world spared another atrocity. But how many more hive abominations are still out there, growing among the darkness? I
God, she's
fear
not
we will
happy
find
about
out
it, is
all
she?
too soon.
Oh, you've done a really good job, but there are more and we have to still go and kill more things like that.
Do we get anything cool?
Oh.
I get a hand cannon that is worse than the gun I have at the moment, and why did I get Titan armor?
Oh yeah, that randomly happens now.
Oh woo! I get armor for someone who's not me, but I've got no way to give it to someone who's not me.
Or you could create a Titan character.
I could, but I don't want to.
The fallen will continue to claw at the walls of our city as we strike them down. Beneath the ruins of the Cosmic World, in the shadow of an old colony ship, we've located the House of Devil's Will.
I really want there to be more to this game.
Feeding them with strength.
What? Nay.
We must destroy this
Yeah.
machine and send their souls screaming back to hell.
See, the thing that bugs me, right? So this game is like 60 quid.
Yeah.
Or $60. And the expansions are all about £20, $20 each if you buy them all separately.
Yes.
And they're doing a new one, which, again, let's just assume, because I don't think they've actually properly said, is going to be the same.
Yes.
Like, probably going to be the same price.
Probably about the same, maybe a bit more.
The interesting question then would be, it's effectively, you've then bought 2 games. Is Destiny, with the extra added bonus stuff, essentially like 2 games equivalent worth of...
I'm gonna make...
Because I definitely think what's in Destiny is definitely like 1 game equivalent worth.
I don't know, because, I mean, there's enough that we're still playing it. I've got to say that we are still playing it, even without the 2 expansions.
To be partly, that's mostly down to the fact that we really liked it. Like, the gameplay is just that strong.
But I don't know if there's enough game here.
Blue drop. Do 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 do. Do you know what I really want in this game? I want a little bit more control over like what purples and whatnot that drop. Like I wish it was just kind of like, you know, which weapon would you prefer? Because I really want a hand cannon.
Yeah.
Because my guy's built all for accuracy.
And
Accuracy isn't really. But
I
it's the
think
best weapon I've got.
the biggest problem I've really got with the game at the moment is that you and I are both level 24.
Yeah.
And I think I've been level 24 for quite some time now. And I just keep getting... I keep doing this, which is all there is that we can do. And I keep getting things that are just strictly worse than the armour I'm currently wearing. And it's not even like it's strictly worse, but eventually it will be a bit better than the armour that you're wearing. I mean, yeah, it's worse at the moment, but if you level it up a bit, it will get better than the armour that you're currently wearing, so tough it out for a little while. And then it will be better. No, this armour is worse than the armour you're wearing. If you put it on, you will get worse at the game than you are at the moment.
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not seeing how we advance past this. Like, I've talked to Ollie, who's played this game a lot on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And he's basically like, just grind it out. And it's like, but I have been. Like, I am.
Pretty complex. I'll need time.
And I mean, I'm not saying that I wouldn't buy Destiny 2. I'm not even saying that I'm not considering still buying the expansion packs.
Do you think you really get use out of it?
I don't know.
Like, do you think that's what you're missing to level up your character? Alright, I'm gonna get him up because I was on my way to him already.
I mean, I think the fact that there would be then more to do
would mean you'd come back and play more and be willing to grind it out.
Yeah. Like, the thing is, I've done this, you know, I did this mission the first time. I've done this mission about 10 or 12 times now. I think there just wasn't, you know, if you want to make a grindy game, you need to give enough to do that's not exactly the same missions again and again.
I mean, to be fair, most of Destiny is the same mission again and again.
Well, that's the thing I'm saying, is it's all the same mission. Like, you go through the storyline and you play mission 1, mission 2, mission 3, and then you get to the end of it and it, you know, the story finishes. I'm down again. And then you just have to go through the same missions again, but possibly do them in a random order or harder.
Or you just do the same strikes again and again and again.
And it's like every time you go down that, you go down a passageway, and you hear a roar, and what's his face? You know, Dinklebot goes, "Oh, I don't want to know what they've got down here. This 7th time we've come down this cave. Oh, you're going down there? Are you crazy?" No, I did it like 5 times. No one's ever been this far down.
It's not even that. It's the, like, by the same mission. I mean, it's literally like most of the story missions in this is you go somewhere, you put Sparky Mabob McGee on there, Dinklebot on whatever it is. He spends some time doing stuff while you fend off waves of enemies.
Or no, he doesn't spend time doing it. He spends until you finish everybody off in the area doing it.
Most of the time, 3 times, like we are on this one. Is this a strike we're doing?
Yes.
This feels like one of the story missions now that we've talked
It is.
about
It is one of the story missions.
That's actually a strike as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. But kind of a fair point to what you were saying, really.
Yeah. And by this point, I want Dinklebot to have the damn password saved in his memory banks. He just walks in here and goes, bip, bip, bip.
There's more fallen and hive on the way.
Oh gosh, what a surprise. The Hive are coming.
See, I think the thing is that I don't think necessarily what they've done in the DLC is... Like, I read one new strike, and I'm like, you want me to put a third of the game's, like, money down for that?
I think the Dark Below wasn't enough, and they seem to have gone...
Yeah, they, like, some people have said that, like, the Wolf one,
The House
latest
of
one,
Wolves.
House of Wolves is a lot better than the first one. Oh my god.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Partying down.
I'm in a corner. There's not a shit ton of people around me. Other guys up as well. Yeah, that's just like I say, that's why I don't want to put money down for it, because I'm like, I could go and buy other things.
Well, yeah, there is definitely also that aspect to it.
It's kind of like, I much prefer, because I was talking about this to someone the other day, right? So, I mean, I know our opinions are probably going to differ here due to the amount of things, but someone asked me the other day, would I rather buy a board game expansion or DLC for a game?
Yeah. And
I always most likely say expansion for a board game, because I know for the money I'm putting down, I'm getting at least enough from what they've done.
Well, what do you mean by that, though?
So, right, so, like, at the moment, like... So, a very good game that me and Aaron really like at the moment is called 5 Tribes.
Right.
And they've just released an expansion for it, and it adds a new tribe, a couple of new tiles, and just a couple of new, like, slight mechanics, but nothing amazingly new to the game. Like, it doesn't change up the game too much, just enough. And it costs £20, which is the game why I thought of it, is because obviously we're talking about a game with £20 expansions here.
Yeah.
In Destiny. So I know I'm gonna get like a few new pieces for the game, a couple of new mechanics to try out and whatnot that will just like change up the game just enough. With something like Destiny, like video game expansions tend to add more, and that's it. So like the Destiny expansions, they only add a little bit more to essentially what the game already is. Like, they just add 3 missions, 2 or 3 missions, a couple of levels and stuff like that, but they don't really change things from the core gameplay.
So you're just getting more Destiny, basically.
You're just getting more Destiny. Whereas in, like, most board game expansions and whatnot, add a couple of new things to try and change things up. Boss Monster 2 does this as well.
What does Boss Monster 2 add, by the way?
It's essentially a standalone game, so it's essentially another version of Boss Monster in a box.
Does it add any new mechanics? Or
it doesn't add necessarily
basically
any new mechanics, but it fixes a few of the ones from the previous one. So, like, one of the many complaints of Boss Monster 1, there's not a lot of spells and ways of getting... Well, there's lots of spell cards, there's just not a lot of ways of getting them.
Yeah.
Whereas in Boss Monster 2, there seem to be a lot more cards to get spells. And, like, the spells are a little bit more useful at targeting your opponents, and there's a few things to target your opponents in there now. More than Boss Monster 1. But you can still play it with standalone, or you can play it with Boss Monster 1 if you want.
Yeah.
So like I think most of the time I'd probably always prefer to get like a board game expansion, because the very little like most of the board games that I'm willing to buy expansion for are very pretty. So for example, like Zombicide is a game that I've got expansion galore for. Like I pretty much have everything that they've bought out, minus like a few Kickstarter exclusive things.
Down. We can move now.
And I will always buy more, because at the very least, I have a lot of very pretty things to look at.
Yeah.
I'm funding their new one at the moment, Black Plague, and every time they send me an email like you're getting more stuff, I'm like, fantastic, that is so good. And then I was packing up my boxes today, and I was kind of like, I really need to kickstart another one of these. And my answer was like, yeah, of course I do, because I love looking at that game. I love the basic game. I just think like board games have a lot more going for them at the moment than video games do in terms of the expansions.